Morning team, namaste to you all. This is going to be an intermediate with some advanced options version of Surya Namaskara A and Surya Namaskara B. And I think that this is, it's classed as the warm-up of the yoga class. You know, it's how we enable our body and our minds and our breath to connect together to enable us to do the rest of the yoga class. But to be honest, it's so important and it's so good for you to begin your day that I'm suggesting to you that you take this little set of Surya Namaskara A and set of Surya Namaskara B and you put it into your daily routine, or every other day, or even just a few times a week, but something that will start your day. You can always do it later on in the day, of course you can, but if you can get up and do this, no matter how stiff you feel, by the end of it, your body, your spine particularly, is ready for the day. I know a lot of you are doing homeschooling, a lot of you are sitting down for the day. You have to get up, get the kids ready, and then get on with it. If you could put this in, even by the side of your bed, when you get out of bed on a morning, this will get your spine ready for all that sitting. It really will. It will wake your mind up, it will send the endorphins in, it's just phenomenal. And there's lots of ways to make it a little bit more funky, a little bit harder as you advance, as you get better at doing it, because when you do it every day, you really feel the differences. You can start to gain some strength from just doing this, and some more flexibility from just doing this. So you're doing some yoga every day or a few times a week in just doing this small little powerful package. So let's get going. I'm presuming with this intermediate to advanced level that most of you know about sun salutations and you know generally how to do them. Even if you haven't been doing them a long time or you haven't done them for a long time, I am presuming that you're at a level where you know what things are. So I'm not going to teach the real basics. We're just going to go through it. And with the breath connection. Feet together, find Tadasana, mountain pose, roll your shoulders back and draw your finger lines down to the side of your body. I took my tail a little bit because I tend to have a sticky out bottom. So I took my tail a little bit so that then I can lift up these muscles here of the thighs, and also I can draw the energy inwards and upwards. So with Uddiyana Bandha, which is your bandha in the abdominal area, pull inwards and pull upwards. So it creates this suction inwards and upwards and brings the prana, the life force, up dynamically towards the chest and then up towards the head, making you feel amazing. If you're not used to that full strength, just pull in gently here with the tummy, and then also engage Mula Bandha, which is your root lock, which is your pelvic floor or the skin of the perineum, which lifts upwards. So that's just a very gentle one at the bottom, and then this one's a bit more stronger and more life force creating. Yeah. From here we breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. This is Ujjayi breath, the sound of the ocean. Breathe in. Hear it and feel it. You should hear it. That creates meditation, especially on a morning. You're connecting to yourself. You're connecting inwards immediately, which is just lovely. Especially on a morning like this outside, it's beautiful. One more, breathe in. We're going to do about 3 seconds breath in and 3 seconds breath out. And let's start to move. Simple first few. Inhale. Look up, thumbs together. Drishti to your thumbs. Exhale. Soften the knees, tip over, especially if you're stiff, guys. Really bend your knees here. You don't want to push the back immediately into anything too hard or the hamstrings. So tuck in. Inhale, lengthen. Come to your tabletop. Some of you are flexible enough to stay at the floor, but you might not be the first few rounds in the morning. You might feel that there. Take it back. Drop down. That was the cat. Drop down. You might want to use your knees, even though you're an intermediate to advanced person in this. Maybe you want to use your knees first to be kind to yourself when you're back. So come down and hover in your chaturanga, and then push through, engage in the shoulder blades, lifting up, opening out the anterior delts, pushing down on your feet. So I'm using my knees for this first round, but you don't have to. It's totally up to you. 1. So again, if your hamstrings, you've woken up, you're pretty tight, bend your knees lots, be kind, lift up the tail,
pull the shoulders back, round and down, and tuck and look up to the navel. 2, 3, 4, and on the breath out of 5, look to your hands, bend your knees. Inhale, bring your feet together, lengthen out. Exhale, fold. Curving my spine, getting my chest to lie on my thighs here. Stand up, inhale. Exhale. So in my body, let's keep flowing, my wrists take time to wake up. Exhale. So I really start to use my wrists gently at the beginning. So I'm inhaling here, and because I'm flexible enough, my hands are down, but again, you might be higher. But if you are higher, come down, put your hands in front of you, lean, and really start to just put a little bit of pressure as you walk back. This will start to wake up the wrists. And again, you can use your knees, or if you're ready, off you go. Hover. Up we come. Over we go. Just move back a bit, and then tuck your chin and look up. 1. So I haven't got my legs completely straight. 2, I've got a little micro bend at the knees. And you could have more bend than me, and you could have your heels lifted more. 3, 4, 5, look to your hands, bend your knees. I'm starting to get a bounce here as well. And then I'm going to lift and walk in. I might do a little bit of pressure onto my wrist there to get them warmer. Lengthen, fold, rise up, and down. Inhale. So if I wasn't talking, I'd be really concentrating on my breath. Inhale, that sound of the ocean. Now some people start jumping earlier than me. I normally start on number 4, so this is number 3. I'd give myself a little bit more push onto the wrists and the fingertips, and then go down. I'm getting stronger as I'm waking up these muscles, and then my wrists are getting more flexible, enabling me to do the jumps. So down dog, number 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Look into the hands, bending my knees, and again, I'll probably do some of this because this gets me really ready for jumps. Inhaling and exhaling. You might not need to do all this. You may be a lot younger than me. You may not need to wake everything up so much. Exhale. So let's add some extras now. Let's add the jumps. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lengthen. Just in time, Blanco, just in time. And then from here, I'm going to bring my hands slightly in front. I'm going to lift up and jump back. Yep. And again, that's challenging me much more because I'm not putting any energy into the push and the jump. But what you can do is you can bend your knees as you put your hands down there, and then you can push yourself off to jump back. So I'm learning to try and float up, which has taken me about 10 years. but yeah, so you can actually use your jump to jump back. So you could jump back like that. Yep. Down you go. Up dog. And then here's the cheeky extra. As you're warming up, you're ready and you want to gain strength, because I'm showing you some advanced options as well. Take a turn of the toes and drop down a second time, and then push up, push over, and go into down dog. So what you're going to do, your advanced lot, is every time you come back through your Urdhva Mukha, yeah, Before you go into Adho Mukha Down Dog, you're going to do an added extra Chaturanga, if you so wish, to gain masses of extra strength there. One more breath. Look to the hands. Now, let's just slow this jump down. I take the exhale and look into my hands on the exhale. I'm preparing my body to jump. So my knees are bent, yeah? And then what I'm going to do is take my bottom upwards. Now, I've got a float to handstand video, so a pike float video. So I'm not going to go through this too much, but just to say you need to take your bottom above your wrists eventually and then come down. If you want to know how to do it all, go to the other video. But this is where you would add that bit in. So bend your knees, lift up, and then bring your feet down and in, and then fold. Eyes up, and close down. So let's do it all with the extras. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, lengthen. Either jump or try and float back. Straight down on that exhale and hover. Inhale, up dog. Looking up to third eye. And then exhale, and you can roll over both toes at the same time. Yeah. Some people even slide them in and jump change them. Some people do one at a time. I'm not so much about strict rules. You can find your own path, your own way. One. Again, I'm not talking about all the basics and the setup of these. I'm presuming that you know how your hands should be, your shoulders should be, your back and your feet. Three, 4, and 5. Look to the hands, bend the knees. So your jump may be coming more like this. That's great. But try to go and watch the other video and learn how to lift and come in. It will really make you so much stronger. Inhale, exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale. So let's go. Surya Namaskara B. Take that seat. Sweep. Inhale. Utkatasana. Exhale. Presuming you know all the tips and tricks of Utkatasana. Inhale. So let's add all the extras this time. Back. Drop. Up dog. And then switch. I jump this. You don't have to. You can change over. Right leg forward. Virabhadrasana. A. Step between the hands. And stay low here, guys. When you come up, try not to straighten this leg out. This leg remains bent at the knee. Your body remains in exactly the same position here. I've tucked my hip in. I'm bending my knee. And then I rise just the chest up. Inhale. Exhale, hands down. Chaturanga. Extras. Boom. Up and over. Not easy, guys. You can miss. You could do maybe one of these in each set. Yeah, or 2. You don't have to do all. It's up to you again. Back, drop, up. So that big breath out. Yeah, and hold. 1. Ujjayi. 2. 3. So if you can lift your tail a little bit more, you're going to get that extra wake up in the glutes. 4. 5. Bend your knees. Pick up. Come in. Lengthen. Come down. Take chair. Stand up. Morning sunshine. He's right there. Perfect. Sun salutation. Here he comes. Morning. Or she. Take. In. Exhale. Inhale.
finding that connection to your floor. Exhale. Checking that you've got these shoulders right above the wrists as you open the gate to push the chest through. Put over. Left leg. And the sweat starts to come, your body starts to say, yes, let's detox. Let's remove some of the toxins. Let's process everything and create some beautiful life force. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So if you are doing or have done the other video and you're working on how to lift up the float, the handstand and the pike, is your advanced level added extra in here. It takes a couple more breaths, of course. Fold. But it gives you the chance to practice that, especially if that's all you're doing on a morning and you're doing the Surya Namaskara A and B, then you can get to practice your handstand in that short little workout, little routine on a morning. One more time. 3 Surya Namaskara B's. Inhale. Inhale. Leaning forward, picking up and down. Inhale. Exhale. Right leg. So hands together for advanced. I find that most people need their hands apart because their shoulders are tight, but if you can, of course, then your hands should be together there. Options. Did we forget that bit? Back over. You don't have to do it all the time, especially if you're doing the handstands as well. It's a lot of work on the shoulders. One. 2. 3. I'm trying to pick up a little bit more here. I can feel it opening up on the inside of the hamstrings, right round into the top of the buttocks. 4. So I push into my arms more, soften my knees a little bit and lift the tail. 5. Bend. I won't do a long one this time. And through, lengthen. With your flow, with your breath, exhale. Take your chair. What an amazing start to the day. And for me, I started this early, so the sun's just coming right up over the houses right now. Lovely. Do it wherever you can. You only need space for your mat. That's all you need. Get out of bed, and even if you don't feel like doing it, it will make your day so much better. Watch this video, learn the tips and the tricks, and then you don't need to watch it anymore. You just need to get up and you just need to do it. Repetition, repetition, repetition. Have a lovely day.